अकाल मूर्त जूनी सैभम गुर प्रसाद। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त जूनी सैभम गुर प्रसाद। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त जूनी सैभम गुर प्रसाद। तन तन गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी महाराज, कमाले करामात कायम करीम, रजा बख्श राज करे हको रहीम। अमा बख्शो बख्शन देव दस्तगीर, रजा बख्श रोजी देहो दिल पजीर। शहनशाह खूबी देहो रहनुमो, के बेगू नो बेचू नो चूबे नमू। न साजो न बाजो न फौजो न फर्श, खुदावंद बख्शन देव ऐशर्श। We are visiting the Bani of Anand. The Anand Bani is a perspective of awareness, awakening, spiritual awakening. One of the signs of spiritual awakening is Anand, when unconditional happiness reflects within ourselves. What are the conditions? How does this happen? Guru Amardas, one Pauri after the other, is getting us closer to the goals of life, to the Tat Gyan, to the knowledge of awareness within us, of what lies within us. We have visited 23 Pauris. Today we will try and understand 24th and 25th Pauri. And while doing so, we will reflect on what is Shabad, what is Guru, how do we meet the Guru, what is the understanding of Brahm Gyan which we have, what is our understanding of Brahm Gyan, what does the Guru say, and how does the Bani have types in it. Some is acceptable to the Guru, some is not acceptable to the Guru. These two Pauris, the 24th and 25th Pauri, we will first do the 24th Pauri and then move to the 25th Pauri. Let us recite the Bani before we go into what is being said by the Guru.
Shall I start? Shall I start?
Ji.
वाहिगुरु वाहिगुरु। सतगुरु बिना होर कच्ची है बाणी, बाणी ता कच्ची सतगुरु बाजो, होर कच्ची बाणी। कह दे कच्चे सुन दे कच्चे, कच्ची आँख बखाणी। हर हर नित करहे रसना, कहा कछु न जानी। चित जिनका हिर लिया, माया बोलन पैरवानी। कह नानक सतगुरु बाजो, होर कच्ची बाणी। सतगुरु बिना होर कच्ची है बाणी, बाणी ता कच्ची सतगुरु बाजो, होर कच्ची बाणी। कह दे कच्चे सुन दे कच्चे, कच्ची आँख बखाणी। हर हर नित करहे रसना, कहा कछु न जानी। चित जिनका हिर लिया, माया बोलन पैरवानी। कह नानक सतगुरु बाजो, होर कच्ची वाणी।
Thank you, Gagan Beta. What was the need for Guru Sahib to compile the Bani into Guru Granth Sahib, to endorse every Shabad, to compile it together? This Bani of Anand was revealed by Guru Amardas. So there was always an effort for others to create Bani which does not reflect the value system of Guru Nanak's house. And people would try and forge the Bani and Guru Sahib's name and give it to people. So there was a possibility of people getting misguided by what is right, what is the right Bani, what is the wrong Bani. An example of this was at the time of Guru Arjan, when Maharaj was compiling the Guru Granth Sahib. Many people would come to Guru Sahib and ask for their Banis to be included in the Guru Granth. Then it was known as Pothi, Parmeshwar Ka Than. So Maharaj would say, if your Bani reflects the ideology of Guru Nanak's house, then certainly we will add the Bani. One example was that of Chhajju, Pilu, Kana and Shah Hussain. 4 of these came to Maharaj and then they requested Guru Sahib that our Bani should be added in the Guru Granth. Maharaj heard them all and then did not endorse what was the Bani which they recited, and said, these do not go in accordance with what is Guru Nanak's house. The bhakti of Guru Nanak is different from what you are saying, for different reasons. Each one of them had different reasons for why it was not acceptable. Similarly, Prithi Chand, who was not in agreement with Guru Sahib, his son was creating Bani and writing his own Guru Nanak's name under it and circulating it to people. So there was a necessity to clearly demarcate what is the Bani which is acceptable to the Guru and carries the value system of Guru's house. There are 2 aspects which reflect in the Bani of Guru Granth. One is the concepts, the knowledge. The other is the bhakti, the love. There are very few traditions in the world which carry both of these concepts together. And so it was very critical that this Bani should be endorsed by the Guru. Now, what is the concept of Shabad? What is the concept of Guru? What is the understanding of Gurbani? Because we all read Gurbani. And while we read Gurbani, what do we feel and what we go through? Anudeep can't hear. You can't hear Anudeep? Can others hear me? Okay. Ji Maharaj. So, we recite the Bani, we read Gurbani every day. Now there are 2 layers of understanding and experiencing Gurbani. One is meeting Gurbani in the Man, and the other is reciting the Gurbani and not having it meet us in the Man. Guru Maharaj, in Gurbani, he defines what is Milan. Antar Atme jo mile, milya kahiye soe. So the meeting of the Man of Gurbani and the Man, the mind, happens when the mind meets Gurbani in totality. Now this experience is not matter-of-factly. This experience is not something which happens without the grace of the Guru. Only when the Guru blesses us do we have this revelation and understanding of the potential of Gurbani. We may read it, we may hear it, we may listen to it, but we do not have that experience without 3 aspects coming together. One is the dhyan in the Shabad, the Surat. The second is the prem, the love, Pao. And the third is the Kirpa of Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj. Without Kirpa, another, we do not understand the inner potential of Gurbani. We may read it, we may know the meanings, we may know it by heart, We may recite it every day. But these three aspects coming together reveal a different state of being, a different state of mind, a different state of the inner man, where we understand a completely different dimension of Gurbani and of ourselves. Because this meeting of Gurbani and ourselves is a revelation which transcends the physical life. It transcends the journey of the physical life, of what we see, hear and feel. This is the experience of Anand, the Brahm Gyan. The Brahm Gyan of life is revealed, and one of the symptoms of that is the Anand which lives within ourselves. What is Anand and how is it different from happiness? Anand is a forever presence. It is not a temporary presence. It is always available, like a bank balance which never goes dry. A happiness, and it is not without. It is not in the physical realm. This Anand resides within ourselves, within our man. And it is not as though this Anand has any conditions to it. Once it is revealed, once the man experiences Anand, then it is forever. And it is available to that individual forever. And one of the conditions which Maharaj has used to define the Guru is also through Anand. Jisme liye man hoye Anand. So Satgur kahiye. When we really meet our Guru, when we really meet our Guru in our man, in the Atma, then this Anand is revealed to us by these 3-4 aspects which I mentioned: Surt, Shabad, Prem, love, and the fourth is the Kirpa of the Guru. Now here in the journey of going through Gurbani, of understanding Gurbani, Maharaj has given very simple processes. Gaviye, suniye, man rakhiye pao. This is the dhyan. Now in this, if there is no dhyan, then our mind is wandering somewhere else. We are reciting Bani and it is not going within our man. Now that is the tragedy. We are reciting the Bani, we are aware of the Bani, we are reading the Bani, we are listening to the Bani, but our dhyan is somewhere else. So really, we are not then experiencing the karamat, the magic, the grace of Gurbani. So Maharaj is now defining these characters, and he says that there are different types of Bani. Satgur bina aur kachi hai Bani. And why does Guru Sahib say that without the Guru, the Bani is not acceptable? It is kachi. It is not a revelation. It is not something which will open the inner experience. Because the Guru lives in a state of being which is very different from our states. We live in the ego state of mind. Guru lives in the transcendent state of mind. Guru lives in the Anand of mind. Guru lives in the Hazuri of the presence of the Creator, where there is no ego, there is Thirkar, the Sahajavastha, the Surt and Shabad, the milan of that. So Maharaj, like we tune into a radio and we catch on to the signal of a certain channel, of a certain vibration, and it gets focused and we can hear it. Similarly, Guru Sahib can tune into the Bani and know if this Bani is acceptable or not. And of course, the concepts, the basic ethos, the basic value system of Gurbani is either rejected or accepted in this process. So the Guru endorses the Bani. And this is the only spiritual document which is endorsed by the Guru who has created the document. All other religions, all other documents are not endorsed by the one who's created them, in any religion, in any form. And this makes it so much more special, because the Guru has endorsed the Bani. And in this endorsement, he accepts Bhagat Namdev, he accepts Ravidas, he accepts all the Bhagats, those who are acceptable to the house of Guru Nanak. Now, the experience of Gurbani is something which can make us transcend our ego mind, make us transcend our moving mind. For that, we need to be stationary, man thir, chalte ho, man chalte ho, the moving mind. So, the dhyan of the man with Shabad, with love and with the kirpa of the Guru, Surt Shabad, Bhavsagar Tariye, makes us transcend this moving world and understand the inner world. Maharaj says, Satgur Bina, so without the Guru endorsing the Bani, Hor Kachi hai Bani, do not accept the other Bani as really valuable. It may be your day-to-day Bani, it may be something you read, poetry you go through, but it is not spiritual. It is not something which can reveal the inner, open the inner mind. Bani ta kachi Satgur Bhajo. Without the Guru, Bani is kachi. It is not acceptable, rejected in the house of the Creator. Now there is Bani in the world. There is poetry, there is literature, there is so much else. That's good for the world. It's not for the transcendent world. It's not for the spiritual realm. It's not for the Atmic experience. It doesn't meet and reveal the inner secrets of life. It cannot do so. Maharaj says, Kende kache, sunde kache. Those who recite that Bani, listen to it, they say it, kachi aakh vakhani. They say that which is not acceptable in the spiritual realm, not the Atmic experience. Har har chit, har har nit, karhe rasna, kahiye kachu na jani. They say it, they recite that Bani, which is not acceptable. They recite it, they say it with them, they listen to it, but they don't know what it means. They don't know the experience of the spiritual life. They don't know the Atmic experience. They don't know the Anand of life. They don't know what is beyond the Trikuti. They don't know beyond what is form, shape, the Turiya. They are not aware of this. This Bani which is there lives in the ego world, and that is where it will remain. It is not helpful in our spiritual journey. Har har nit, karhe rasna, kahiye kachu na jani. They say it, they listen to it, but they don't know what it means. They don't know what Bani really is. Chit jinka har leya maya. Now this is the difference of those who experience the spiritual realm and those who walk the ego world. Maharaj says, Chit jinka har leya maya. Those whose hearts are full of maya. Maya is attachment to merely the physical and not going beyond the physical, not being able to go inward, not going within ourselves, not being stable mind, not being able to approach the Bani with love. Chit jinka har leya maya, bolan paye ravani. They will talk loudly, they will create noise, they will try and make an impact with their vociferous voices, but that is not of any value. That is of no consequence in the spiritual realm. There can be DJs, there can be music concerts, there can be music created in movies. That is good for the world. That is where it is. It is not a spiritual experience. It will not make you transcend into the inner world. Now, why does that happen? Maharaj, the thing is that Gurbani is not only Guru. Guru says, Vaho Vaho Bani Nirankar hai. Bani is a revelation of the Creator himself. Bani is a method of meeting the Guru in the darkness of the man. It is light for us. And how it is so? It is because it is revealed to the Guru by the Creator himself, which is what I discussed 2 sessions ago when I talked about revelation of the Bani. When the Bani is revealed to the Guru. Chit jinka har liya maya, bolan pe ravani. Kahe Nanak Satgur Bajo, hor kachi hai Bani. So like we used to pump out water. We used to pump out water from the well. And to pump out the water, we would put water from the ground above. Because that water can only be pumped out if the void goes away. If the vacuum of air goes away. So there is a connection between the groundwater which we pour from above and the water which is in the ground below. Just like that, Gurbani exists in creation everywhere. But there is a void within ourselves. And our method of reciting the Bani with love, with dhyan, immersing ourselves with that Bani, is a way of removing that inner void and connecting our man to the Creator. The Creator's presence is reflected by the Shabad everywhere in creation, Maharaj. The Shabad is the revelation which makes us meet our Creator, meets that state of being where there is forever Anand. And it is not something which we can do by ourselves. It's a revelation which happens by the Kirpa, Gur Prasad, by the Guru's Hazuri, by the Guru's presence, by the Creator's will. We discussed there are 3 darshans of Guru. The Creator himself is Guru, the Guru Granth is Guru, and the Khalsa is Guru. Maharaj says that this Bani, Gurbani, which we are reciting, is potentially a method of meeting our Atmic experience. But this can only happen if we have these 4 conditions fulfilled. Our dhyan in the Bani, because if our mind is wandering, we will not meet. In the dhyan, surt and the shabad, the love within ourselves, which makes this miracle happen, and the Guru's grace, the Guru's kirpa. Surt and Shabad. So what does Shabad do? It makes us go beyond our ego. Hame Shabad jalai. The ego is burned by the Shabad. The Shabad chisels the man, purifies the mind. It works on the unconscious, subconscious layers of the man and refines it for meeting the Creator. This is the experience of the Surat and the Shabad. Gagan, we can read the 25th Pauri.
Shall we just start?
Anji.
गुर का सबद रतन है हीरे चित जड़ाओ सबद रतन चित मन लागा एहो हुआ सुमाओ सबद से ती मन मिलया सच्चा लाया पाओ आपे हीरा रतन आपे जिष्णु दे बुझाए कह नानक सबद रतन है हीरा जित जड़ाओ गुर का सबद रतन है हीरे जित जड़ाओ सबद रतन जित मन लागा एह हुआ समाओ सबद से ती मन मिलया सच्चे लाया पाओ आपे हीरा रतन आपे विष्णु दे बुझाए कह नानक सबद रतन है हीरा जित जड़ाओ।
एक बार और पढ़ दो।
गुर का सबद रतन है हीरे जित जड़ाओ सबद रतन चित मन लागा, एहो हुआ समाओ। सबद से ती मन मिलया, सच्चा लाया पाओ। आपे हीरा रतन आपे, जिसनु दे बुझाए। कहे नानक सबद वचन है, हीरा जित जड़ाओ।
Maharaj now tells us the profanity of Shabad, the intensity of the visiting and meeting the Shabad, of the man meeting Shabad. And here these four conditions are being met, which I mentioned a little earlier. The man meets the Shabad, Shabad seti man milya, sache lai pao, and there is love. And the third condition is आप पे हीरा रतन है, आप पे जिसनु दे बुझाए. And who? Guru's grace, Maharaj. This whole life is an experience we go through, where the key to the inner life, which is the permanent life of life, is opened only by the grace of the Guru, by Guru Prasad, where the Creator, the Guru, opens this door to us. Many of us want this physical experience of a Guru, of a bodily Guru, someone we can meet. Sometimes it can be genuine, but mostly we are fooling ourselves when we feel we can bow to an individual and our job is done. We are trying to escape the hard work which is needed to work at the subconscious level, to work at the revelation level, to work at the experience level of the man. Not an easy task to have the Thirman. It is highly difficult. It needs a lot of love, it needs prayer, it needs focus, and it demands a certain amount or certain category of complete singular focus of the mind. But we get distracted in our journey of life. We want to do other things as well. So it is not maybe about how much, but the quality of the dhyan on the Shabad we do. Because if we have that quality of Shabad, of Surt and Shabad, then even a moment is enough, Maharaj says. So why does this happen? That we want it, we feel we want it, we say we want it, we work on ourselves and say we want to know this Brahm Gyan of life. There are three elements of mukti which scriptures talk about. One is Jivan Mukt, where a person is coming and not needing to take birth again. The second is Kavalya, and the third is Bade. Kavalya and Bade means free of the body while living the body. While living in the body, being transcending the body. The Shabad experience, which we are not able to get in our intensity that it is needed, is because our mind is not thir. We are wandering all the time. We had an experience a few days ago. We went to the hills to meditate on Shabad, to do dhyan. But most of us had lost that focus by the time we reached there. Most of us wanted to either cook, clean, do other things, a way of distracting ourselves from what was actually needed. Now, how does one then work on ourselves? How does one work on myself and work towards this inner mind, opening the mind? There are two religions in the world which work on the concept of Sangat. Buddhism says, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami, Sang Sharanam Gacchami. Sangat. Go to the Sangat, Sharan of Sangat. Collective spirituality. Sikhism holds collective spirituality very dear to itself, the Sangat, where we together sit and recite, we together sit and meditate, where we together sit and experience the Shabad, where we don't feel the other's presence, but yet we do it together. It is invaluable. This is the one core aspect of learning spirituality that can happen, that some dedicated people work together, meditate together on the Shabad. And that is something which helps everyone. But then sometimes we bring our ego into these experiences as well. If we can find a group of people who are committed, who are focused, who are not distracted, and who want to work with the Guru in the Gurbani, then doing a dhyan of Shabad together, dhyan of Shabad, not merely reciting, not merely hearing and letting it go from the other ear, letting it go towards our mind, to the inner mind. But then, how does that happen? If our mind is full already, then it will not happen. There is a story of a king who went to the sadhu, and he said, "You teach everybody about religion, but you have something against me. You don't teach me." So the sadhu says, "Okay, make a place outside the city, far away, and I will come and we will talk about spirituality." He makes a place. And then when the sadhu is reaching there, the sadhu tells him, "If you have made the place, make so many pillars around it that nobody can go in." So he does that. He makes many pillars and nowhere to enter. And then the next time the sadhu comes, he says, "Come, let's go inside the temple." But the king says, "You made me make the pillars around the temple. We cannot go in. So what was the point?" The sadhu says, "I wanted to tell you what is your state of mind. You have blocked your own man with so much other. There is so much else that is committed. There is so much else that you are involved in, that you have no energy left for spirituality. You have no time, no energy, no commitment. You have a whim. I want this. Like a desire for some other object. Spirituality has become one more object. But spirituality is not an objective focus. It is about losing ourselves. It's about giving up our whole identity. All that we know about life. The me, the I, what I like, what I don't like, what is good, what is bad, everything. And so this is the other way. If we can find a sadhu who's Brahmgyani, and we are in dhyan in his presence, and we give up our conditioned mind, all the conditions we have laid out, good, bad, this is the way to be, all that. In some cultures, you probably know, bamboos are held very dear. They call it feng shui. But what is the two messages of a bamboo? Is that the bamboo is empty within. And the second, it is flexible. So it is hollow. It can absorb the message of the Guru. And that it is flexible means it will not break. It will adapt. It will accept what is happening and change itself. We don't want to change ourselves. We want to keep doing what we are doing, like a track and a record. You know, the track, the needle keeps going in the same track. Our life is like that, all the time in the same track. We don't change the conditioning, because the conditioning is uprooting ourselves. It's the jat pahara. It's where the first step is jat. Move out from whatever your comfort zone, whatever your inner realities, whatever your conditioned mind is. Move out. Let's move out from that. But we don't do that. We want to carry our conditionings and keep judging everything, everyone. And in our judgments, we try and prove ourselves right, the others are wrong. Where Gurbani says that I am the one who's wrong. I accept others as they are. I want to be lower than the others. That's why Darbar Sahib is made lower in the ground than the whole surrounding. Our attitudes of life are not spiritual. Our attitude is governed by the conditioning of Maya, of money, of success in the world. The same rules we apply to spirituality. There's nothing wrong in being aggressive about earning money. There is no wrong in that. That has its own paradigm. That has its own reasons. But those rules don't apply to spirituality. But we like to impose those on the spirituality also. Whereas in spirituality, we become a clean slate. That is the way the Guru is able to write on ourselves, on our man. There's a beautiful story of Bhai Manj, which I've narrated a few times. I won't narrate it again. But Bhai Manj was his lifestyle was completely destroyed by Guru. Whatever he was in society, whatever his wealth was, whatever his whole ideology was, everything Maharaj took away and then gave him Brahm Gyan and then restored his status in society and gave him acclamations, gave him love. Similar with Guru Amar Das. He did not hold back from his social status, what others feel, what others say. So this journey of spiritual, of seeking, has a lot of intensity in it. Somehow as though they already know what is to be done. Because they accept everything which is happening to them. When everything is being taken away, shred by shred, where they are being rewritten, remodeled, where the whole experience of the world is gone, what they had known in life, and Guru reveals a new experience. 13 years Guru Amar Das Maharaj lived with seva of Guru Angad and being humiliated by people. Amru Nithama he was called. Nithama, who has no place. And we all need to become that Nithama. Because if we have some other Tham, then Guru doesn't become our Tham. The same thing happened to Guru Angad. When Guru Nanak says, everybody has run away, why you are not running away? Guru Angad says, Maharaj, I have nowhere else to go but you. This is the requirement of the revelation of the Atmic experience, where we don't have any other place to go away. We always want to have insurances in life. What if I don't get this? Then I must have some cards in my hand. We want to play this game by holding something back. But the experience of life, of spiritual life, is only for those who can play with love and give away everything. Pehla maran kabul. It's like a death, like going through death while living life, because it's a complete breakdown of the identity in many ways. Jat pahara. With that jat meaning tear away from that conditioned mind, tear away the roots from where they are right now. Dheeraj sunyar. And have a lot of patience, a lot of love, a lot of patience and trust and faith. These do not come in the mind which is the logical mind, because there is no logic to this. There is no logic to someone giving up his family, going and living with the Guru in seva for years in abject misery conditions, in like a servant of the house. Guru Amar Das lived like a servant of the house, doing seva and being ridiculed, humiliated by others, and yet accepting it. There is some inner love happening between the Guru and the Sikh. And this is the inner love which will give us the patience, Dheeraj, Sunya. And then Maharaj, the dhyan is absolutely essential. And this dhyan can come if we find someone who is in dhyan. If we are in seva with someone who is already in dhyan of the Guru, for whom the Guru is not a imaginary energy, but a living force, Jagat Jyot, that individual can help us walk this path. In my experience of life, my living with Sant Niranjan Singh was immensely powerful experience, because it tore away all the conditioning, and it allowed me to go into the Shabad which he had guided me and experience the Shabad. Not necessarily sit down and do the dhyan, but to be in dhyan all the time. Because of his presence, nothing to do with me. It is the Brahmgyani who is in dhyan of Shabad who does the seva. So this is the other way. If we have an intensely focused mind and we say we want this, then even going to the langar and doing seva every day, just cleaning the utensils, not talking to someone else, but going inward, doing Gurbani while we do that, cleaning someone's shoes with love, with Shabad. But while doing that, going inwards, it will take us into dhyan also. That is the other way to do it. You can cook some food at home. While doing that, recite Gurbani, take it to the langar, distribute it to people with love, with Shabad. But don't interact with others. Don't make it a mela. Don't make it the other experience. We'll go inward and do this. It will often give results. It will always give results. But what we do is that our prayers are more objective. I want a visa, I want money, I want a job. We ask for those things. Most of our life experiences are like that. We don't ask for spiritual life. We ask for success in business, success at work. Those are our priorities. Those are what is in front of us. There is nothing wrong in asking for those things. But if our whole life objective is about spirituality, then in the back of our mind, we must have this commitment towards spirituality, towards the Atmic experience, towards the Guru. Because the Guru is a living energy. It's not an imaginary force far away from us. Guru resides within us and outside us. There is only one dimension. There are no two. Bahar Pitar Eko Jane. Within us and outside is the same experience. There are no two. These dimensions of divisions of the world are all coming from logic, desire, the creating of society, of the man being structured. But the man is not focused, not in dhyan, so it is not able to experience these inner revelations of life. Maharaj says, Gur ka Shabad Ratan hai. Invaluable is this Shabad of life. The Shabad which is revealed by the Guru to us is invaluable. Ratan hai. Heere jit jadao. And in this is immensely valuable heras, diamonds, or so to say, it is doubly more valuable, invaluable. We cannot find the value to Shabad. Shabad is the experience of entire creation, experience of the Creator Himself, experience of the Man where we are not. Haume Shabad Jalai. Maharaj says, Shabad Ratan Jit Man Laga. But this experience of the Shabad is known only to those who meet the Shabad in their man. This is not happening with us. This is the key to the revelation of the Shabad. The Shabad in its core is Amrit Maharaj. Amrit Bani har har teri. Sun sun jeeva paramgat meri. So now it brings us to Sunna. Sunna is the transformation source, channel. Listening with dhyan to Shabad while we recite it, not coming from a radio, not coming from YouTube, not coming from someone else, but the dhyan of our reciting it ourselves, so that all our energies are focused on Shabad. In Thirman, Maharaj. So often enough when we get up in the morning, we recite Bani while we are doing other things. It's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. But what about complete focus? Ehran mat. Completely stable. Thirkar. Completely focused on Shabad and nothing else. No one else. No other person. No other thought. Maharaj says that this Shabad meeting the Man will make us understand the potential of Shabad, will make us transcend our ego mind. Maharaj says, Kyon Gurban Trikuti Chudsi? Trikuti is the third eye. How we will transcend the Trikuti? Kyon? Without the Guru, we will not. This revelation of going beyond the third eye, the Trikuti, to the Dasam Dwar is gift of the Guru Maharaj, gift of the Creator. Up to the Trikuti, if we can go with dhyan, that is the border of our ego. That's the border. There, beyond that, the visa of Guru is required. But till there also, if we can go with Shabad, Sramkhand, Bani Roop, Tithe Kadat Kadiye Bahut Anoop, Taan Kiyan Gallan Kathiyan na jaye, Je ko kahe pichhe pachtaye, Tithe Kadiye Surt Mat Man Buddh, Tithe Kadiye Surasana ki Sut. Here the chiseling away of the corruption of the mind will happen. Where the Shabad meets the Man chisels away that which is unacceptable to the realm of the Creator. Makes it sukham, subtle mind. When the Sikh cries tears in his pain of separation from the Guru, the mind is being cleansed, prepared, made subtle, where the gross is going away and the mind is becoming subtle. Maharaj says the Man and the Shabad, the Surt and the Shabad experience is what we need. Whether we are in the Langar, whether we are with the Sadhu, whether we are doing any other seva, the experience will ultimately be revealed through Surt and Shabad. Surt is the focused mind, Dhyanast Man, with Shabad. जैसे जल में कमल निरालम मुर्गाई ने साने सुरत शब्द पवसागर तरी सुरत शब्द पवसागर तरी. The Siddh asked this question, that this is a very difficult journey to cross. Dunya sagar duttar kariye. The world is like an ocean, difficult to cross. Kyun kar paiye paro? How do I go across this? Maharaj says Surt and Shabad. This is the journey. And the revelation of Surat and Shabad gives us Amrit Maharaj. Sunna, suniye maniye, transforms the inner mind, Maharaj. When we listen to the Guru's bachan, Guru's order, our man goes away. We accept the Guru's order as true and we drop our ego. That is where the transformation happens. Maharaj says, Shabad Ratan Jit Man Laga. When it comes and meets the man. Eh hua samao. And it enters and rests. The Shabad Samajanda. Sama finds rest, peace, stability, security. Shabad seti man milya, sache laya pao. And when this happens, Maharaj says, love will be found within. Unconditional love for the Guru, for the Creator. That love which is the binding energy of all creation, Maharaj. All creation is woven with love. Sito Sita mein mamai. Woven with love and Naam. So these concepts of Naam, Shabad, Prem, these are something which we don't relate to as a spiritual experience. We normally want to do some course. We want to do some yogic experience. We want to do some exercise. We want to learn from someone, sit in someone's feet and bow to them and say, we've got it now. Most of us want to keep doing. Spirituality is about non-doing. While doing, non-doing. In dhyan, I am not, so I am not the doer. And yet there is doing happening. Seva karat hove nehkami. While doing seva, we lost ourselves, Maharaj. We are no more. Nehkami. I have no desire. I am not. Disko hot parapat Swami. There the Guru meets the person. Shabad seti man milya, sache laya pao. And there the love is found, Maharaj. Love is the energy where Naam exists, Maharaj. This is the essential experience of Naam is with love. Ape hira ratan ape, jisnu de bujai. And this will not happen by our doing. This will happen by Guru's grace, by Guru Gobind Singh Sahib's grace. By the nazar of Guru Gobind Singh, this experience will open, Maharaj. Without Guru's kirpa, without Guru's nazar, the inner experience of Atmak experience will not open. We can want it, we can try it, we can say we want it, but unless we have followed this process where we go beyond our ego, hame dirak rog hai, till then we will not understand the meaning of what is being said. We will know the Bani, we know the meaning of Bani. We can discuss it, discourses, we can teach others what it means. But the revelation of Bani is not only knowing what it means, but far beyond that. It is the Amrit of life. Amrit Bani har har teri. Sun sun jiva param gat meri. The param gat, the exalted self, the perfect me, where there is no me, where there is no I left. Shabad seti man milya, sache laya pao. Ape hira ratan ape. All creation is the Creator Himself. Ape hira. Jisnu de bujai. And who is graced by the Guru gets this experience. Please, let's understand this one thing. Till the Guru doesn't grace our life, gives us this kirpa, we will not experience this. Gur Prasad is the key to the inner Atmic experience of life. This whole other physical experience is temporary, transient. It will be one day gone, like a chapter in a book, and a new chapter will start. The journey will keep going on, depending on what we have done. So we do keep living the ego experience, the मैं. And while we live the मैं, the ego, the karam world traps us, binds us, holds us ransom, where we have no free will left, literally. We are bound by our karma. Shabad frees us. Shabad gives us a flight to the experience of the higher world, the inner Anand of life. Kahe Nanak, Shabad Ratan hai, Heere Jit Jadao. And Maharaj says that the Shabad is invaluable experience, full of wealth. Guru calls it taksal. The Bani of Guru Amardas, 24th and 25th Pauri. Today we have discussed, Maharaj. If you have any questions, please raise your hand and we can discuss them. Or else we will then do Anand Sahib and then close today's session. Guru Amardas Maharaj revealed the Bani of Anand at Govindwal. But every Shabad, every Pauri, every concept which he reveals is an inner revelation for us to transform ourselves. It tells us that life is not the physical experience only, but much more than that. It is more valuable, more permanent, more real than this physical life. Guru Gobind Singh Sahib is more real than the physical life we live. But we don't know it because we don't have that inner experience. We don't have that dhyan in Shabad. Ji Maharaj. If you have any question, please raise your hand and we'll unmute you. Otherwise, Gagan will recite Anand Sahib. Maharaj Guru Gobind Singh Sahib. Ji. So if there are no questions, we can start the Anand Sahib, Gagandeep.
Sure.
हाँ जी बेटा.
वाहिगुरु जी. राम कली महला तीजा आनंद इक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद. आनंद पाया मेरी माए सतगुरु मैं पाया. सतगुरता पाया सहज सेती. मन वजिया वाधाइयां. राग रतन परवार परिया. सबद गावन आइयां. सब दोत गावो हरि केरा. मन जिनि वसाया. कहे नानक नंद होआ. सतगुरु मैं पाया. ए मन मेरेया तू सदा रहो हर नाले. हर नाल रहो तू मन मेरे. दुख सब विसारना. अंगीकार हो करे तेरा. कारज सब सवारना. सब नागला समरथ स्वामी. सो क्यों मनो सारे. कहे नानक मन मेरे. सदा रहो हर नाले. साचा नाम मेरा आधारो. साच नाम आधार मेरा. जिन भुखा सब गवाइयां. हर शांत सुख मन आए बसया. जिन इच्छा सब पुजाइयां.
ਸਦਾ ਕੁਰਬਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗੁਰ ਵਿਟੋ, ਜਿਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਏ ਵਡਿਆਈਆਂ। ਕਹੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਣੋ ਸੰਤੋ, ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤਰੋ ਪਿਆਰੋ, ਸਾਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰੋ। ਵਾਜੇ ਪੰਜ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤਿਤ ਘਰ ਸੁਭਾਗੈ, ਕਰ ਸੁਭਾਗੈ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਾਜੇ। ਕੱਲਾ ਜਿਤ ਕਰਤਾਰਿਆ, ਪੰਚ ਦੂਤ ਤੁਧ ਵਸ ਕੀਤੇ। ਕਾਲ ਕੰਟਕ ਮਾਰਿਆ, ਤੁਰ ਕਰਮ ਪਾਇਆ ਤੁਧ ਜਿਨ ਕੋ ਸੇ। ਤੇ ਨਾਮ ਹਰਿ ਕੇ ਲਾਗੇ, ਕਹੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੈ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਆ। ਤਿਤ ਕਰ ਅਨਹਦ ਵਾਜੇ, ਆਨੰਦ ਸੁਣੋ ਵਡ ਭਾਗਿਓ। ਸਗਲ ਮਨੋਰਥ ਪੂਰੇ, ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਪਾਇਆ। ਉਤਰੇ ਸਗਲ ਵਿਸੂਰੇ, ਦੁਖ ਰੋਗ ਸੰਤਾਪ ਉਤਰੈ। ਸੁਣੀ ਸੱਚੀ ਬਾਣੀ, ਸੰਤ ਸਾਜਨ ਭਏ ਸਰਸੇ। ਪੂਰੇ ਗੁਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਣੀ, ਸੁਣਤੇ ਪੁਨੀਤ ਕਹਤੇ ਪਵਿੱਤ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਰਹਾ ਭਰਪੂਰੇ, ਬਿਨਵੰਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਗੁਰ ਚਰਨ ਲਾਗੇ। ਵਾਜੇ ਅਨਹਦ ਤੁਰੇ। ਸ਼ਲੋਕ। ਪਵਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਣੀ ਪਿਤਾ, ਮਾਤਾ ਧਰਤ ਮਹਤ। ਦਿਵਸ ਰਾਤ ਦੁਇ ਦਾਈ ਦਾਇਆ, ਖੇਲੈ ਸਗਲ ਜਗਤ। ਚੰਗਿਆਈਆਂ ਬੁਰਿਆਈਆਂ, ਵਾਚੈ ਧਰਮ ਹਦੂਰ। ਕਰਮੀ ਆਪੋ ਆਪਣੀ, ਕੇ ਨੇੜਾ ਕੇ ਦੂਰ। ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਆਇਆ, ਗਏ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਤ ਕਾਲ। ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਜਲੇ, ਕੀਤੀ ਛੁਟੀ ਨਾਲ। ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਆਇਆ, ਗਏ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਤ ਕਾਲ। ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਜਲੇ, ਕੀਤੀ ਛੁਟੀ ਨਾਲ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਗਗਨਦੀਪ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ ਐਵਰੀਵਨ। ਗੁਰੂ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ, ਗੁਰ ਫਤਿਹ।